Good afternoon, everyone. This is Coach Barney. He's going to be taking the live today. He's not bad. He's not bad at coaching. He's not bad at coaching. How you doing, everyone? Thursday afternoon. Are you all having a good day? Back for another little live lounge. Second one today, you lucky lot. I mean, principally, I'm doing this because it gives me a chance to practice. Come on, Buns. Come sit here. Come sit here. Come on. Barney, here. Barney, here. Here. Barney, here. Sit. Sit. No, here. 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 Come on. Here. Barney, here. Here. Sit. 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 Wait. Good boy. Good boy. Got to keep the boy treated. Here. Here. Ah. Here, here, sit here, 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 here. Sit. Goodness me, don't work with animals. Anyway, welcome along. Got the pitching wedge out. What I'm going to be doing now is doing my yardages. So if you're here, I'm going to come and just work out some carry numbers of my clubs so that I've got a bit of an idea for next week. So I'm just going to loosen up with a few wedges here, get myself loose, as they say. And then I'm going to bring up the carry numbers so that I can start to work out how far I hit it. Gives you an idea of also how to work out carry numbers if you're going to go for gapping, because there is a bit of an art to it. So just getting a few under your belt. How you all doing? Welcome along. So let's get my glove out. Let's get the glove out and let's... So the two values that I want up on the screen here, is face to path value, because that's going to tell me if I've de-lofted it or not, because if I have too much of a negative face to path value, it means that I'm going to have too much shape in the sky. Yeah, you're welcome. It is boring if you're not a golfer. So if it's got too much shape in the sky, then it means that the loft will be down. And if it's too positive, it'll have too much loft. So I'm going to start off with my 58 and hit some full 58s and just see how far a full one of these. I would never hit a full 58 degree wedge, but for these purposes, it's quite useful. So 104.5. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, just down the left-hand side of the screen here, I'm just going to make sure I track them all. So 58 degree wedge. Let's delete those ones out. Face to path, carry number, 58 degree wedge. So we're doing some gapping here, if you're just joining. Ready for next week. So 58 degree wedge. how far I can hit a full one. Now, with Hankley Common being what it is, it's quite a firm, fiery golf course. There might be an opportunity when I might want to hit a full out 58. Unlikely, but there might be. So 101 was that first one. That was a really good strike. I've got the impact locator up in front of me here, so it tells me whether I've struck it well or not. Let me just bring that up on the screen here. In fact, why don't I split the screen for you? There we go. So now all of a sudden the aim point, the center of the screen is the aim point. Actually, it's this little arrow down there. But it allows you to see the strike that I've created. Yeah, you can see that there. So 58 degree again. Felt a bit trapped to that one. No, not too bad. 199. In fact, I'm going to use exactly the same balls each time. Oh, I'll tell you what I might do. Is get myself a fresh pack of Titleist RCT balls out. Let's put those to one side. Barney's getting involved again. Pop those to one side. Get a fresh pack out. So these are brand new. And then that way. Come over here, Barnes. Come over here. Good boy. Perfect. Trackman didn't catch that one. Bit odd. Still with lob wedge. Just going to do one more of these and then I'll move on. Okay, so I'm comfortable with 100 yards on that one. So 100 yards with my, just going to write this down on my phone. So I've got that. If you've got any questions, let me know. Welcome along. Just doing a gapping session. Haven't done this for, God knows how long. Just for tournament I'm playing next week. Big good luck to Christos, who's out in America this week playing underrated. So 58 degree is, I'll go with, what's the average? So I've hit 4 shots with the 58. Average is 100. There you go. Simple. 100 yards, 58. If you've got any questions, let me know. Happy to answer them along the way. What have I got coming in here? Ulrich. Hey, Ulrich. Hi. I see you practice a slow backswing. Is there a reason why you do that? Thank you. Yeah, the reason why I'm practicing a slow backswing is because when I get uncomfortable, I get much, much quicker. And I think that opportunity to get that golf club repeating on the way back, and, if you think about the faster the grip moves, the more that head will react and the more you'll have to capture it with a tight hold. So I just want to keep it really nice and slow. Carlos is back, welcome. Hi Stuart, I actually have gapping issues between my 9 and 8 irons. I hit quite the same distance. Anything I should check on my side? Yeah, check the lofts. Dyla, wow, are you so active today? I know, yeah, right? Yep. Hope you're enjoying it. just shot a new video. In fact, I shot 2 videos today. Did some skillist and coached a client. I was supposed to be in New York this week, but didn't end up going. Getting a lot done, getting a really productive week in. So we've got 54-degree wedge now. Quite interested to see how far this is going to go. Comment in the feed how far you think my 54 is going to go, and any other clubs that you might want to choose. .118. So I'm looking, the face to path value is an important one, because if it gets too negative, then you're kind of de-lofting it. Andreas, Trackman is not good, Foresight is way better. Good to have your opinion. 20 yards maybe. 20 yards, don't know what you mean by 20 yards. Everyone's got their own favourite, Andreas. Glad you've got yours. One, 3. Try and hit 4 with each club. Keep it fair, unless I hit a real clanger. What have we got coming in? Adio, Stu, I'm over the moon with my range session today. Good to hear. Isaiah, 820, hello. I'm struggling with my dynamic loft. I carry my driver 270, but my irons and driver. I carry my driver 270, but my irons and driver both don't make that whoosh compression sound. Don't know what that whoosh compression sound is, Isaiah. I need more factual info than whooshing. Adio went back to the basics with what we worked on, pushing the feet and the forearm rotation, and hit a consistent shot shape. And swing actually looked good on video. Going to try and keep this up until I see you. Good stuff. What can I do to hit irons and driver lower and compress them better? I've been practicing impact position before each swing. Well, if you want to make ball speed go more, you need to have a lesser dynamic loft, as long as your movement will facilitate that. Great that you have GC quad, Andreas. So yeah, you just need less dynamic loft. Again, there could be a whole range of reasons why you're not creating the right dynamic loft, Isaiah. So I've got one more of these. 54 degrees. It's funny, probably the most amount of balls I've hit, and I can already feel in just over a week how much better I feel in change of direction when I'm pulling it, how much more coordinated I feel. It feels really good. So the 54 is a 116 club. 116, so 16 yards between my lobber. These are really the numbers that matter the most. I'll do all of them, but so this is 116. I was actually going to do this as a full size video, but I thought, why not do it as a live instead? You might be able to gain something from it. Again, I'm using the same balls each time, 3 of them, keeping them sort of fresh out the packet, again, depending on how OCD you are. That's what I want to do. Anyway, what else have we got coming in? Yeah, no more. Okay, so we're now going to the 50 degree. 50 degree wedge. Lovely stuff. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining. If you're new to my channel, lots of content coming out, lots coming up. 130. Pretty close to what I thought it was, to be honest. That wasn't very good. Bit left. So you can see how, you know, that was a bit of a iffy strike, bit high on the face, but the negative face to path made the ball go quite a few yards further. How do I find out what is the cause for my poor dynamic loft? By having a golf lesson or looking at a video that talks about dynamic loft. Dynamic loft is angle of attack, face to path issue, could be path too much from the inside, but mainly golfers have face to path too much of a positive, which creates too much dynamic loft. What shape do you see in the sky, Isaiah? Andreas, I recently started to thin some irons. Do you have a tip? Move your low point a bit further back. That would be one. If your GC quad gives you a low point, check where that is in conjunction with your angle of attack. Ulrich, well, good point. I have a GC3 and it does not give me face to path, only degrees of spin axis. Do not know how that transfers. Yeah, so spin axis is a relationship to your face to path value. If you go check out TrackMan University, they'll give you all of the info. You'll see it's about 4 times. An iron is 1 for 1 and a driver is 4 times. So if you have 2 degrees closed face to path, for an iron you should see 2 or 3 degrees, it's not quite 1 for 1, 2 or 3 degrees of spin axis left. If you see a driver, or if you have a 2 degrees closed face to path, 4 times that is the spin axis you should see with a driver because of the loft change. The more the loft comes down, the more the spin axis will be affected. So the most lofted clubs, it'll be 1 for 1, and as you progressively move to the driver, the spin axis will be more towards 4 degrees. But then with your driver, if you hit the toe off the heel, you'll have some gearing effect as well. Hope that all makes sense. Zaya, balls are pretty straight or straight then going left with irons and wedges. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be able to give you a definitive reason why your face to path or your dynamic loft is not right. What's your club head speed? You said you carried it at 270. What's your club head speed? So we've got 2 more with this club. So at 5.7 negative, I'm going to delete that one out because that's too much to the left. Get rid of that one. Purely because I want to make sure that my numbers are relevant rather than some bad swings. $130. $125. What else we got coming in? If your driver speed at 115, 270 carry, it's not too bad. You're a little bit down on speed, ball speed, a little bit. But if you're hitting it straight, I would work on making sure you're hitting it out the middle of the club face. I wouldn't go start trying messing with, you're absolutely crushing those. Yeah, not bad. Okay. What do you play off, Isaiah? Right, let's have a little look. See what the average is for that club. 128. 128. So 50 degree. 50 degree is 128 yards. So let's go with the wedge. That's a nice gapping so far. Nice gapping. I've got 100 at 58 degrees at 100, 54 degrees at 116, and then my 50 degree at 128. Pretty pleased with that. I'm about a 10 right now, shot 80 like 3 times a ray. If you're swinging it at 115 and you're playing and you're carrying it at 270 and you're playing off of 10, I would steer clear of the range and go work on your short game. You just said you were hitting it straight off the tee. If you're hitting it straight off the tee and carrying it 270 and you're hitting your iron straight with a little fade, you can't have any short game or any wedge play. So that would be the way I would go with it. I wouldn't be working on trying to hit it further. I'd be working on trying to get up and down from 100 yards and putting better. All right, pitching wedge. I expect this to be about 142, I reckon. Not on that strike, it's not. And 37.8. Pretty good. Bit left. 139. Going to take that one out. That's a misread. That was never 14 degrees shut to path. That is for sure. Get rid of that one. Any other questions? Or sire, when my driver is going 270 and my 8 iron goes 130, I'm having a tough time. But yeah, I need to get better with inside 150. I hit driver, I'm 100 yards. Yep. Do you do online lessons? Yes, I do. Yeah, Skillist. Seek me out on Skillist. You'll find me there. Yeah, happy to help you, Isaiah. Sounds like you've got some problems there. Might check the loft on this wedge because it's not going very far. $135. 135. Let's see what the average is. 135. Not too bad. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, 128, and then my wedge is at 135. That's too small a gap. Be interesting to see where my 9-iron is. Come on, fingers work. 135. 135. All right, onto the 9-iron. Onto the 9-iron. Now, I reckon this will be close to 150, which, if that is the case, you can see why I think my wedge has got a little bit of a light loft. Because if this goes 150 and I've got a wedge at 135, that's too big a gap, really. And I can see that the loft is quite considerably more than 4 degrees difference between what I've just had in my hands. Yeah, 155, right? I mean, that's a 20-yard gap between 9 and wedge, so the wedge needs looking at. I'll go and get the boys to look at that in a minute after I finish this. Thought there's been something a bit weird with that. Two. If you've ever had a gapping session and then you walk away knowing how far you hit it, and then you write the number on the back of your golf club, there's something that gives a lot of confidence in that. I'd really recommend it if you haven't done it. How are you feeling about the camera position there? Do you throw it there or do you throw it further back? Let's try and put it further back. Feels like can't see much from there. Let's give that a go. Yeah, a bit close. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. There we go. So that's 4. 4 with the 9-iron. 152. Yeah, I mean, it's a big gap between 9 and wedge. 152. Up next, 8-iron. 8-iron should be about 165, I reckon. Oh dear. Dirty. Didn't change the club numbers. 166. Oh, there's some big jumps in numbers here, isn't there? Might need some loft and lies checking. It's been a while since they've been checked. Modify. Club. 8-iron. Done. Yep. All right. Off the bottom, that one. A-tine, for those of you just joining in. Bit left. Boom. What have we done there? 163. That's 11 yards further than my 8-iron. It's not a bad difference. Any more questions coming in? David Rice. Good morning, Stuart. Morning, David. At setup, should I creating an S-type curve with my spine? Thanks. Yes, for me. If you're a Titleist TPI, they go with a flat back, but for me, S-type. Adio Stu, once I'm consistently negative face to path, I just naturally bring it back in. Bring what back in? Never done a gapping session, need need to, because I've got the same issue between my 9-iron pitching wedge and gap. Bring what back in, Adio. Who are you, Adio? You said that I've given you a lesson. I don't know who you are. Share who you are. That was 8-iron. Yeah, done that. 7-iron time. 7-iron time. This is very useful. This is very useful. How far did the 8-iron go again? 163. 163. So let's move that to a 7-iron. Precision golf here do gapping sessions. Anyone with a TrackMan will offer you up. It's just making sure you've got proper golf balls and not range balls. Don't use range balls, not worth it. Bit left. Nice. Bit left that one, but ripped. Yeah. Oh, that's gone a long way. What have we got coming in? Anything? My range today without numbers, my face to path must have been negative. Seeing the ball start and draw left. I'm Ryan. It was maybe a month or so ago. Ryan, yes, I remember. My range, if the ball's bending left, then you are negative face to path. Where it starts doesn't dictate whether your face to path is negative or not. If it's bending, depending on how much it's bending, will dictate how much face to path. So if it's bending left, then you are negative face to path. That was nice. Oh, gone a couple of long ones there. Gone a couple of long ones there. 180 for my 7-iron. Oh, that's gone too far. Jumped from 163 for my 7-iron. That's 163 for my 8-iron to 180 with my 7-iron. Let's have a look at my club speed, see where that's at. 88.5, that's not too bad. Angle of attack, club path, face angle, face to path. Those are my numbers. That was the averages for my 7-irons, averages for my 8-irons, for my 9-irons, for my pitching wedge, for my 50 degree, for my 54 and my 58. Dispersion so far for all of them, that's what they look like. Always got to manage one side of the golf course. Left is my preference. Don't like ever feeling like I can't get it bending left. And that's the dispersion so far. So we'll move on to the 6-iron now. There's the impact. Let's go to 6-iron. Surprised how far that 6-iron's gone. That 7-iron's gone rather. Let's have a look, see what's coming in. Oh, goodness me. Put through the Blue bar special. Gregory Francois. I don't know what that's all about. I'm just going to assume you're spamming me. All right. 6 iron. $187, 188 carry. Not a very nice strike, bit high off the face. $192. That's a long 6 iron, man. I feel like I'm getting faster. 198. Oh. Slow backswing feels really good. Well, don't know where this old body's getting distance from. David Rice, thank you, Stuart. My ball striking has improved, and I know you're teaching me how to correctly swing the club, pulling the club after the lag and load is tricky. Yeah, it's not easy, is it? It's not easy. It's not easy, but it will reap dividends, I promise you, my friend. So that's a 193 carry with my 6 iron. Whew, 5 iron. I mean, 5 iron, I see 5 iron as a 200 club, to be fair. When I'm out on the golf course, I see it as a 200 club, I suppose. Club speed for my 6 iron was 90 miles an hour. Five iron. Going to do my hybrid and driver maybe. More interesting really in obviously in my irons. That's the accuracy that I'm after. All right, nice and straight here, Stu. Cut that. God, that was so bad. Look at the strike, how high that was off the face. .203. There it is. Hopefully you let me off the first 5 iron, because that second one was absolutely buttoned. That was disgusting. I'm deleting that forever. Nobody ever saw it. Did you? We speak none of it. We talk none of it to anyone, just between you and me. Isaiah, in the golf swing, are you pulling the club through impact with your lead hand or pushing with your right hand? Doing both. Doing both. Adio, pulling the club and opposing it with the foot is the tricky bit for me. Yeah, absolutely. Got to make sure you got that going on. Got a video, shot a video about that today. So that'll be coming out in probably a week or so's time. Stay tuned for that, because that'll be a goodie. It will be on getting trapped And so that will help you. Grip high, leg long. Boom. Boom. 5-iron. 5-iron. Good. Now these are being ripped, Josiah. These are being ripped. Should be playing at the BMW maybe next year if I get a call up. Man's got to have a dream. Oh, 4 right. All right. I'm going to take that one out because that doesn't really matter because it's a 202 shot. So, distance-wise, let's get rid of that. Oh, God, stupid remote keyboard, hate it. How about that? 202. 202 5-iron, everyone. 202 5-iron. Let's pop that in. 5-iron, 202. Adio, need to really exaggerate the push. You just need to keep doing what you're doing and keep on making your face-to-path value negative, Adio. Keep doing that. Keep doing that until I see you. Keep working on what we talked about. Don't go making up your own stuff. You've got the opportunity to work with me directly. You don't need to worry about my content and the stuff that I'm putting out there. It's all relevant. I wouldn't take it back, but whatever we talked about, what we worked on, that's where you need to be focusing, not the other stuff. Just focus on the stuff that we talked about. All right, 4-iron now. 4-iron. I'm expecting a 2-1-2 carry. 2-1-2. Two, 1, 2. Hey, I don't. This is no guesswork here, folks. This is not my first rodeo. This is not my first rodeo. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm really enjoying this, and thank you for inspiring me to practice and do these lives. They are proving very beneficial. Going into next week. Tomorrow, going to be doing a live from the putting green somewhere. Don't know where I'm going to be able to do it yet. See if somewhere will let me do it. Oh, that was good. Oh, that was good. 2-1-2. It's too far. It's too far. Not interested in that. Not. 2-1-2 is perfect. Tell you what, I might win next week. I might win next week. 212 for the 4-iron. 211.6. I'm going with 212. I'm going to give myself a little bit of poetic license there. 4-iron. 212. All right, hybrid time. Hybrid time. Now my pal Mark got me to use a hybrid. I'm not sure I'm a fan of it, if I'm honest. I'm not sure I'm a fan of the hybrid. What do you think? Are you a fan of a hybrid? This is a 4 hybrid. Not a fan. What have we got coming in? We've got coming in. Adio, yes boss, good. Desire, on Skillis, which lessons do you recommend for my situation? I'm looking to practice a lot in the off season. We do simulators at least once a week, but for the first lesson, what do you suggest? I would go just with a full lesson package. Will be good for the first one, and then take it from there. The way my Skillis works is that I get someone to send me a driver and a 7-iron, then I'll do the analysis on your swing, then I'll send you 2 or 3 videos of drills, then I'll ask you to send me the videos of you doing those drills back, and then what I'd like you to do is go away and practice. I'll critique the drills, then you go away and practice, and then after 400 or 500 balls to get you to submit some more videos, I'll critique those, and then give you some advice of where you want to go to next. And that's a full lesson. So quite a lot of interaction backwards and forwards rather than just sending it in, me giving you the tips and off you go. I'm really keen to be interactive on my Skillis stuff. Doug, when you wind your backswing slowly, is there a trigger for starting back down? Good question. Perhaps muscles getting stretched, lead shoulder at a certain point. Absolutely, that's a great question. That's probably, in all of the lives I've had, that's probably the best question, Doug. Well done you. Yeah, it's when I feel like I'm getting to the end of range of motion. So when I start to feel that torsion, not torsion as in resisting something, but like stretching the bow on an arrow, if you like. And it's just making sure that I know when that point is, which I don't really know when I'm doing it quickly, which is why I feel my transition gets a little bit out of whack. Rob K, cheers Stuart. Any swing drills for over-the-top swingers that isn't an exaggerated inside out using your pull the handle method? Yeah. So if you're over the top, I assume you're a slicer of the golf ball. Let me know that first, Rob. Should read exaggerated, sorry, that's okay. What loft is it? My forward is 4 hybrid, so it's 21 degrees, I believe. Yeah, it's 21 degrees. There it is, 21. Yeah, Rob K, before I answer that, are you a slicer? I assume you are. Trackman error. Your Trackman has disconnected. Well, why wouldn't it have? I mean, why would you pay 20 grand for it to just suddenly disconnect like that? Why wouldn't it do that? Good old Trackman. Sorry. There's no slant on Trackman, of course. Great technology. Just suddenly turn itself off. Imagine having your phone just suddenly turn itself off. Anyway, let it go, Stuart. Let it go. All right, hybrid. Rob K, let me know. Are you a slicer? Rubbish strike. 205. Crap. Let's get rid of that. Sign over there. I'm deleting that one because that was rubbish. That was rubbish. That's what worries me about this club, is that I go from hitting like 5 irons and 4 irons as well as that, and then pick up this, and it's not quite right for me. I don't know why it's not. That's just a part of me is like, I don't like looking down at it, if I'm honest. Anyway, get over it, Stuart. That was nice. 217. 217. 219. Bit low off the face. Wasn't very good. Oh. Pick the balls out from the end here. Wonderful. Wonderful. Never had to do this before. All right. One more of these. Oh, that was horrendous. So far right. So far right. You can see why I'm not a lover of this golf club. I'm going to delete that one and then just hit one more. Yeah, that's coming out the bag, that. Don't like that club. That's coming out the bag. Not interested. Not interested. So, not interested in that. So I'm deleting that. So, irons are now done. I'm not going to bother with driver and 3-wood because I'm not really interested in carrying numbers with that. Is there anything you'd like me to do before wrap it up? What have we got? Ball goes straight mostly, but lack distance at times. Straight mostly. It's a bit, if you're over the top, that means that your face to path is open. I've got video dropping tomorrow. Might be tonight, definitely tomorrow. Go check that out because I'm going to be talking about inside out path and outside in path and the main fixes for both of those. So that, Rob, is for you. So, hey Stuart, sorry to ask again, but which package was that? It was the full lesson package. That one will be the one. There are a few different options on your page there. Yeah, so full lesson package. I do swing analysis and 3 videos. I do a full lesson package, or I do an unlimited monthly. Not really slicing the ball. Ditch the hybrid and get a 7-wood. Yeah, I know, right? That hybrid is not for me. Well, anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm off to go and do an afternoon of editing. Keep pushing hard for my channel, give you the best content possible so that you can play the best golf possible. Why not subscribe if you haven't done so already? And double tap the screen. That'll give it a like for this video. And hopefully reach a bigger audience. Thanks so much for being here, folks. And I'll look forward to seeing you all tomorrow.